This is our return episode, right?
Yeah.
Okay, slay.
Slay.
Slay the house down boots. Yes,
Boots.
God. Mama.
All right. Are we ready, Freddie?
hmm
Slay. Order in this homosexual court. It's the Honorable Judge Jacob Schubach.
And the Honorable Judge Ryan Gabbett, the disputes are real, the decisions are final, and the judges are homosexuals and back from hiatus. This is Gay Court.
Slay. Slay.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to season 2 of Gay Court, episode 1, the comedy podcast where we debate all things LGBTQ plus.
Gay rights.
Gay rights!
This week is a very exciting episode to celebrate our season 2 premiere. We're going to be discussing the one, the only, Everything Everywhere All at Once. A, because it's the best movie ever made, and B, because it just swept the Oscars and won literally every single award. So this week we're going to be discussing that amazing film, and at the end, Ryan is going to be bringing forward the case of how Angela Bassett did the thing.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
Viola Davis, my woman king.
Viola Davis, my woman king.
Jamie Lee, you are all of us.
You are
Michelle,
all of
I
us.
loved you from the start.
What was the name of this title of this episode going to be? It's going to be Everything Everywhere You Are All of Us.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, you are all of us.
That's what it was. I can't wait.
Yes, but before we begin the cross-examination, we want to invite all y'all to be part of the debate. Since we want all you guys to do your civic voting and be part of this queer courtroom, send us emails at gaycourtpodcast@gmail.com. Send us your queer conundrums, embarrassing dating stories, your thoughts on everything everywhere all at once, your gay crimes. If Michelle Yeoh is your mother, and because she is mother, anything you'd like, because we still need material, even though it's season 2.
And if you don't know what to write, be sure to follow us on social at Gay Court Podcast, where we'll be posting prompts, memes, anything we want. And it seems like a great time to tell you that there's no guests this week because, again, when we have special episodes like this, we just like to do it ourselves because we are independent. However, in exciting news, we do have a lot of fun guests coming up. We've spent our hiatus working to book some really incredible guests for y'all. So get ready to hear some gay shit because it's coming. And in addition to that, we're also going to be changing the format of Gay Court a little bit. It'll still be all the gay stuff that you love, just condensed. We used to have, what was it? Gays on the Case and
Investigate.
And realistically, they became the same thing. So to tighten and...
Let's tighten that hole up.
Let's tighten that hole up and just make them into one. So we're going to be focused on Gays on the Case. So if you miss Investigates, subscribe to our Patreon. That doesn't exist. And you can get exclusive access to something that doesn't exist.
Yeah, our OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Or only stands.
Ooh, maybe. Ryan, what is the most important thing that happened to you during our hiatus?
Dear God, what happened?
I feel like we need like the best and the worst. For me, I would say I have 2 best things. First, I finished my 6-week challenge at my gym. I beat my goal of gaining 6 pounds. And I beat it by 0.4 pounds. So slay. We love that. We love gaining muscle mass, being cool for the summer. The second best thing that happened to me was last week's Drag Race episode of the lip sync of Marsha versus Anitra. It was just too iconic. It was too iconic.
The jump over?
Yeah, the jump over, her like pedaling the air, Anitra doing a freaking split in the air and landing on her ass. I was like, I was sat.
Also, when Marsha ran up to do that back bend, and I was like, looking like she's like from like the girl from the TV. What came out of the TV in the ring.
I'm gonna be honest, I did not expect it from Marsha. I thought Marsha was just gonna like cripple under the pressure and like fail, but she lip synced for her life. And quite frankly, it should have been a double Shantae. You stay.
That's true. That is true. But it wasn't. And Anitra stayed.
But
like, remember how we started 2023 and I was like, Anitra was the best part of Drag Race thus far. She is still the best part, minus Sasha Colby. But like, every single lip sync that I like involved Anitra. Anitra versus Sasha Colby. Anitra walk that fucking duck walk. Anitra versus Marsha. Anitra.
Anitra is that girl. Anitra, when she let Spice go and then she faced off against Jax, I was like, that's a class act. And she
That
still won.
is. Yeah, yeah. Did you see her interview where she was like, "Why did I let Spice stay? I couldn't lip sync against Spice. That's just sad. Or not sad. That's
Yeah, I was like,
I couldn't do that to her or something like that."
oh, Spice.
What was the worst thing that happened to you during this hiatus?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily like a worse, like this is like actually a terrible thing in my life. But I think the earworm that is I Am Your Mother by Meghan Trainor has been stuck in my head more than I would have liked it to have been.
I thought you were gonna say "Let Loose."
Let Loose by Lucy LaDuca is also stuck in my head. I sent it to one of my coworkers who likes watching Drag Race, and she was like, "This is hard to listen to." And I was like, "I get it."
For some reason, my brain forgets if it's Lucy LaDuca or Lucy DeLuca,
Interesting. Lucy LaDuca.
but also it sounds like Lucy DeLuca.
Who is Lucy DeLuca?
That's the same person in my head.
Oh, it was okay. Just a made up.
No, it just like LaDuca and
DeLuca.
DeLuca. It's just DNL switched.
Mhm.
So I tend to say Lucy DeLuca instead of Lucy LaDuca.
What is your top and bottom?
Mm.
Mm.
Top moments, just chilling with friends, seeing musicals and plays, doing all that stuff, which is always fun, very fresh, fierce.
Mhm.
Go see Shuck the Musical, everybody.
Do you like corn? It's corn.
There's one line from that musical that literally made me laugh. It was Alex Newell, and they were like, "These eyebrows may not be my children, but I'm going to raise them."
Slay.
But then there was another line where it's like, "Women usually want soft, sensitive men, but they don't realize those men already have men."
Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's
Something like that. And I literally was like dying. And the worst thing that happened to me was when I had to go to the office last week. It took 3 hours.
Ooh. We hate a long commute. We hate a long commute. I also recently had to go back into the office 4 days a week. And I'm like, are you being for real right now?
Not slay, not slay, not slay, not slay.
Not slay. But another top moment, which is a slay, is Everything Everywhere All at Once winning a fuck ton of Oscars. So I think that takes
Tags
Oscars.
Awards.
So I think that takes us to our first segment, Gays on the Case.
Boop, boop, ba-doop. Gays on the Case, where we cross-examine the same theme or topic. And this week we're talking about the movie of the decade, the century, the lifetime, everything, everywhere, all at once.
And even across multiverses in addition to the lifetime. So it's won awards across every universe.
Multiverse?
Multiverse. All right. So for this segment, we're going to be discussing the movie and our overall thoughts on it. And our final ruling on it will be, is everything everywhere all at once everything?
Everywhere? All at once?
Yes.
You are all of us.
You are all of us.
Literally.
Multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Is that what Ariana DeBose meant?
Meant?
Meant? And I guess we'll find out and let the record show. First and foremost, I would like to say A24, y'all fucking crushed this. Everything from the promotion of the movie to selling the hot dog fingers on their website was incredible. It was chef's kiss. Job well done. They really produced something here. So I've watched this movie 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I've aggressively cried all 3 times. Twice in theaters, once at home. I bought Showtime on Hulu just to watch this movie. I recently canceled Showtime. Sorry to Showtime. But it was truly one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I hate movies. We've covered this on the podcast before. I do not like watching them. I think that they are long and involved and sometimes hard to understand. But this one just approached something that was very complicated, jumping across the multiverses in a way that was digestible, consumable, and had heart and humor. And it was incredible. That is my overall thoughts.
Okay.
Ryan.
My overall thoughts is I also watched it 3 times. Once in the
Twins.
theater. Once at the theater on a date. I haven't spoken to him since.
Was it a first date?
Second date.
Did you cry?
No.
Oh, you're a hard bitch.
I didn't cry. He didn't cry. The other two times I watched it on a plane and I didn't cry either time either.
Really?
I don't cry often
Even
or
okay,
like
even
at
on a
all.
plane? Because like there's something about the altitude that'll make you cry.
No.
Literally every time I'm on a plane, I'm crying. At whatever movies in the thing in front of me.
Crying watching Smurfs too or something.
I did cry watching Love Simon on a plane.
Maybe you
Yeah.
should have kept that to yourself.
No. I think we should let more people know.
But my overall thoughts are thus. Best movie in the world. um I guess I can start. Asian representation. Like slay.
Slay.
I mean, like, it is amazing to watch like something like Stephanie's character. Oh my god, what's her name in the movie?
Jobu Tupaki.
No, the I know, but like the daughter,
I don't know. Joy.
Joy. Watching like Joy like experience something that fully encapsulates like what a lot of like, at least for me, like a first gen Asian American feel, who is like queer also, is
Yeah.
like it was a very like specific, I don't know how to put to words what it is, but it's like it's that.
It is the epitome of the representation that you so craved
Yeah.
before this existed.
And then like also the idea of how like how it all connects like what our parents went through because they also had to experience something to cause what sort of what we
It was
got.
multi-generational here.
Multi-generational trauma.
But it did it in a good way that was just like also smart and approachable.
I did enjoy how the multiverse is like described, and sometimes it made me think about like my own life and my choices, and like made me wonder what versions or possible versions of me are out there in a possible multiverse.
In a different multiverse, you got out on the right side of the bed instead of the left today.
But then what changed?
What would have changed?
Who knows?
Who knows?
But
Mystery.
but have you heard about the deja vu theory?
No.
You know deja vu feelings you get like randomly?
Yes.
So I read it somewhere. I don't know where, but I read it somewhere a few years ago. Basically, the theory is deja vu is like the universe telling you that you are exactly where you need to be because you already felt it in the past. And this is just confirming that you are exactly where you need to be in the moment.
Oh, that does make sense. Because, like, why else would you experience that?
Yeah.
Interesting. The brain is fascinating.
So whenever I get deja vu, it's at least me telling myself, I'm exactly where I need to be. As chaotic, as sad as I may be feeling at the moment, I'm like, I guess I need to be here
In order to grow.
in order to be who I am in the future. Multiverse.
Multiverse. There was one time where I had the opposite of deja vu, where I
What
was
is
like,
that? Vudeja?
something, vu deja, sure, great. Deja Sky. Is that her name?
It's Deja's guy.
Okay. No, but it felt like I was remembering something that I'd already experienced, but it would be like a memory that I have in the future.
Girl, what the fuck is that?
It was like I had a premonition for deja vu. It was like a That's So Raven moment where I was like, in the future, I will experience deja vu of this moment. I haven't experienced it yet, but I will experience it again, is what I felt. That's right. That's right.
I mean, like, I get what you mean, but I don't know like what words to use, so I'm just gonna
Yeah, there's no words for it yet. I've had an original experience.
How unique. We don't have many. We share the same
Unique?
brain cell.
We do.
That's what you are.
But back to your previous point.
Alien superstar.
Alien superstar. Okay, now back to your previous point. We do love that. We love the representation. Truly anytime someone's gay, I'm like, I'm gonna cry. We're gonna cry at this movie. So the second we found out Joy was part of the LGBTQ,
You cried at Bros?
I didn't cry at Bros. I was like, I might, but I didn't. I cried at a JoJo Siwa concert. I'm kidding.
Like, I hope
Maybe.
so. I hope so. Okay, let's Michelle Yeoh. Michelle
Michelle
Yeoh.
Yeoh. Michelle
Mich
Yeoh is that woman. Um, I think one of my favorite parts of the movie had to do with Michelle Yeoh, and specifically Michelle Yeoh, not Evelyn. But it was like the first time she was experiencing the multiverse jumps. It like showed a bunch of different Evelyns, and one of the Evelyns was Michelle Yeoh on the red carpet at Crazy Rich Asians. And I was like, the
Mm.
way that they broke the fourth wall and brought this into our version of the like the literal world, I'm like, they're on something. Like that was like some next level shit for me, where I was like, I can't imagine being that smart to make a movie like that. But like, it was just so well done. That's like one of my favorite parts of the movie. Like just like that short little snippet of her at the red carpet of Crazy Rich Asians.
Did you watch that interview with forgot who? I think she said it multiple times in different interviews.
There can be 100 people in the room and 99 don't believe in you. But I had this one incredible talent.
Mm-hmm.
Where she was like, they originally wanted the Daniels wanted to originally name the character Michelle.
Oh, did they?
She went back to them and said, this character cannot be named Michelle because it takes away the story of all the Evelyns in the world. So this person needs to be her own person so that
Mm-hmm.
the Evelyns in the world can feel like a superhero. And I was like,
We love Evelyn. I love that.
I was
That's like
like,
that's really nice. But I also do like when TV shows like That's So Raven or Hannah Montana, like the main character's name, what their name in real life. I'm like, that's like really cool.
Hannah Montana.
She was Miley. She was Miley Stewart.
Oh, I was like, her name's not Hannah Montana. I was like,
Hmm.
hmm.
Do you think Hannah
Wait,
Montana exists in
are
multiverse?
I was like, is Miley Stewart and Billy and her dad Billy Ray just multiverse versions of Billy Ray Cyrus and Miley Cyrus?
Honestly, maybe. Mm, mm.
And Dolly Parton's there too.
Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton was also Dolly Parton. So maybe Dolly Parton is the one who's multiverse jumping between the things. Or was she not Dolly Parton? I don't know. Anyways, um, but also the Daniels, I didn't realize that the Daniels was two people until the Oscars. Because I thought it was just like some artistic person where they're like, my name is the Daniels. And I was like, oh, that's like a
Like
fun.
Madonna,
Yeah, I was like, that's like a fun
Cher.
name for yourself. Like, that's cool. And then when they both got up on stage for, like, I think it was the best like screenplay, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and they're both named
Named Daniel.
Daniel.
I think
Oh,
we should call the January 26ers. Just kidding.
not the January 26th. Ooh, catching me climbing up the Capitol building.
No, that's January 6ers or January
I know, but it's
26ers.
so close to January 6th that people might get confused.
Maybe.
Okay, so we're gonna go to DC. Can't wait.
We're by the wall, just like
Mm.
her January 26ers.
I think you can Photoshop us climbing up the wall,
I'd rather not because I don't want like people like
thinking that was real.
like guns ablazing in my apartment.
The FBI. Where were you on January 6th? I don't know.
That's starting work for the first time. Okay, like his speech made me go, "Aw." Little tears.
Waymond.
Waymond. He's literally Waymond.
Truly. And him backstage when he had the Oscar and was talking to the press team was just like jumping around. I was
Is
like,
it
that is
the one with
exactly...
who won Best Actor?
Oh,
Brendan Fraser,
Brendan Fraser.
where he was just like
Literally. I'm like, that is absolutely how I would act if I ever won an Oscar. Do I ever see that happening for myself? No.
maybe. Oh,
Maybe. It's just 2 weeks. The movie.
but the January 26ers.
Oh, here we are. It's a deep cut for all of the listeners at home. He was also really fantastic in the movie. My personal favorite of his scenes was when he had the the fanny pack and was just beating the shit out of the security
oh,
guards
yeah.
when they like first were like jumping between the multiverses. I was like, that's
The
fantastic.
scene that made me laugh was the one with like the thing that was shaped like a dildo and you had to put it in your ass. That one made me giggle.
Huma. We love Huma.
Huma. Stephanie Shu.
An icon.
Icon. I can't believe that I saw her in two Broadway shows part of this, Big Be More Chill, and as Karen the computer in SpongeBob the Musical.
Oh yeah, you told me you told me about that on an episode of Gay Court. Honestly, a multi-range, multi-talented. She can sing, she can dance, she can act. She is going to be an EGOT one day.
Yeah. I do wonder how it would have been because originally it was supposed to be Aquafina. And I don't think
I thought that was a joke.
No, it was actually true. It was like in 2018 they announced it was Michelle Yeoh and Aquafina joined the movie, and early 2020 they said Aquafina dropped out due to scheduling conflicts, and Stephanie replaced her.
I don't know what movie that Aquafina was in that caused those scheduling conflicts. Maybe it was Nora from Queens, her TV show, but thank God it did because Stephanie really she ate that shit.
She ate it. She ate it.
I mean, I cried multiple times every time I watched the movie, but it was always her lines that got me, where I was just like, "Damn it, why are you crying like that? You're gonna make me cry," and then I cried.
Damn, you cry a lot.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I love a good ball. I love a good ball. I will also say Stephanie had the best costumes.
You have good balls. Oh.
Not me trying to make a point. And you talking about balls. There.
The ball was in my court.
We love that. Slay. We love tennis. No, but Stephanie's costumes were just incredibly well done.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated hers more than anybody else's. No offense to everybody else, but I felt like hers was just hers were just like more fun and creative. And she was like, "Yeah, let me be a creepy clown and let me have some like confetti pop head." I'm like, "That's incredible. We love a slay." I also will say I did not see it coming that she was the evil force.
Really?
Really? I was like, "Oh my God, no way!" I thought it was going to be Becky or something.
No. I had a hunch early on seeing their relationship. I was like, I bet you that's the when they said Jobu Tupaki, is it Jobu Tupaki?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Joy. It's Joy.
That makes sense. That just makes sense. I tend to go in movies blind where I'm just like, I don't even want to know what's going to happen. I just want to see what happens. And so I was just taking it all in as it happened. But like
Rakakuni.
Rakakuni. When it came on screen and she was like twisting her head between the different multiverses, I was like, I was like audibly gasping. I was losing it in the audience.
Just you alone.
I was like, oh my God, did you see that?
She like Joy's behind you, like, yes, I did. No, it's Megan was behind you.
Mithrigan.
Did you see that was it the SAG Awards when they all did a shout out to James Hong?
Mm-hmm.
And they're all like
SAG Awards, or was that the Oscars?
It was the SAG Awards.
Oh, I think Jimmy Kimmel just like said something about him at the Oscars. I don't think I saw the SAG Awards.
They like did a shout out to him and he did like basically the whole speech. And then there is one thing he was like, well, we're not all Chinese on this stage. Though Jamie Lee is a good Chinese last name.
He said that?
And then everyone just died. Like they like panted Jamie Lee and she's like dying. But I'll find it. You can put it in here.
We are not all Chinese, but Jamie Lee is a good Chinese name.
Love it.
But I love how he's been in basically everything, everywhere, all at once since 1954.
He was in like 650 movies and films or whatever.
Films.
Yeah. I've been saying the weirdest shit today. Just giddy up, y'all. Giddy up.
But it didn't process in my head. He's that guy. He's the voice of that guy in Mulan. Like
oh my God,
the secretary guy,
the advisor.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wow, I didn't know that. until you said it.
Multiverse.
The multiverse. And then speaking of Miss Jamie Lee Curtis,
Mhm.
the meme of her jumping when she won her Oscar for supporting actress, which no offense, should have been Stephanie. I'm so sorry, Jamie Lee.
It's fair.
It's
It's
fine.
fair.
Stephanie will come back around. She'll get her own Oscar. It'll be great. But Jamie Lee jumping like that and the edit of her as the fairy godmother, iconic. I'm like, look at your screens. If you're watching on Spotify or YouTube, we're gonna edit it in right here.
The one that made me die was they were like, I think they photoshopped her with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
That's incredible. Oh my god, I love that. We're gonna put all the memes in here. It'll be great.
I will say, oh my god, my voice cracked. I love how her speech was basically just an extension of Jamie Lee or All of Us, because she was like, I may be alone on the stage, but it's not just me, it's everyone.
It's everywhere. And it's all at once.
All at once.
But all of us.
Jamie Lee, you are all of us.
Ariana's impact.
Ariana DeBose. Also, can I request a sidebar, Jacob Schubach?
Absolutely. Request a sidebar. Approved.
Pinocchio won best Oscar for animated film.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro's
Guillermo del Toro's, not
Lionsgate.
Lionsgate.
Though that one should have won.
It should have won.
Father, when can I leave to go win my Oscar?
I do think that we should, you and I, host our own award show. The Gay Court Awards.
I feel like we can think of a better, funner title.
Okay, well, we'll work on it. We'll workshop it. Email us if you have an idea. And we'll go from there. Any final thoughts on Everything Everywhere All at Once, or have we covered all of your thoughts? Oh, I have one more thought. In reference to the Daniels, their photo shoot with Jennifer Coolidge was also a really great thing that happened while we were on a hiatus that we didn't get to talk about. And it was just incredible.
Is it the one where she's like
The Power Rangers? Yeah. I really should have at that point looked into who the Daniels were. I mean, like, what's going on here? But
their mind.
Their collective mind. They have one brain cell. We got one brain cell. Period.
January 26ers. So you're like, stop making it a thing.
Oh God. Not us inadvertently starting another cult or whatever.
Isn't this already a cult?
Yeah.
But last minute thoughts on Everything Ever All at Once. We love Asian representation. We love queer representation. We love Michelle Yeoh. We love multiverse, and we love everything bagels.
Oh, we do love everything bagels. That was a good one. A24, you did the thing. Congratulations.
Angela Bassett did the thing. Viola Davis, my woman king.
All right, it's come time for our final rulings. Ryan, would you rule that Everything Everywhere All at Once is all of us?
Yes. It is everything, everywhere, all at once. All of us. Slay, the house, down, boots.
Now that we've determined that Everything Everywhere All at Once is everything and it was a true slay, I think it's time for our next installment. Our next segment. Let the record show.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
Jacob, I'm presenting this case today, apparently, because I wrote it.
Slay.
Jacob, what do you know about Angela Bassett did thing and Miss Ariana DeBose's BAFTA award performance?
I experienced this not in real time, but in real time on Twitter. So I saw the meme take shape immediately as it happened, which was a very exciting moment to be on Twitter. I also actually just did a recap of this trend and this meme for a work thing because we sent out like meme of the month, and this was the one that I chose. So I happen to know a lot about it, unfortunately, but I'm sure you know more.
Interject, because I looked at 3 articles and I was like, I think this is enough.
That's more than enough.
Would you like me to do a dramatic reading of the most important part of that whole rap segment?
Absolutely.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Here is BAFTA Award opener by Aaron DeBose, 2023. Just a segment though. Other ladies in the room, supporting and leading all here, I presume. Hong Chow, Dolly D, Carrie with a C. Dame Emma, I'm so fond. Anna girl, you were great and blonde. Daniel D, you broke my heart. Michelle, I loved you from the start. Angela Bassett did the thing. Viola Davis, my woman king. Blanchett Kate, you're a genius. And Jamie Lee, you are all of us. Thank you.
Wow, that was fantastic. I feel inspired. I feel as though I'm witnessing art in real time. Wow.
For those who don't know, Ariana DeBose, who did win the BAFTA for Best Supporting Actress, Best Actress last year for West Side Story as Anita. Apparently they called her back and she did a thing, and they asked her to do the opening musical number for the BAFTAs, which is the British Academy of Film and Television Art Awards. BAFTAs for short.
She picked up that phone call and she was like,
sure.
She's like, hold my beer.
She was like, you want me to be Lin-Manuel Miranda? I could do that.
Dude, okay, so did she write this?
Yeah. Like her
someone
and her
wrote
team
it for her. Okay.
I think her and her team wrote it, but also she was in Hamilton. So
she was in Hamilton.
Yeah, she was in the Hamilton we watched on Disney Plus. You realize that, right?
I really was only paying attention to Renee Elise Goldsberry.
You know, there that scene that there's like this woman who plays the bullet, and she's like the bullet.
Oh yeah,
that's Ariana DeBose.
I thought that was like a little bit much. I was like, okay, great.
If you see it live, it'll make sense. But I understand.
I'll watch.
But anyway, her and her team wrote that. So basically, they asked her to host the 70th annual BAFTAs, and she started the show with a song that celebrated various nominees. And then this BAFTA Twitter clip went viral, and users just started poking fun at the lyrics, just poking the bear, Twitter. Poking the bear.
That was also the start of the BAFTAs?
That was the opening number.
Oh my god.
Imagine just sitting there, just like, damn, I'm hungry. What the fuck is going on?
Imagine witnessing history. Imagine that.
She looked Camp in the eye.
Directly in the eye, Carly Kloss.
Would you like for me to read some of these tweets that I found very hilarious?
Absolutely.
Ariana DeBose's rap at the BAFTA is simultaneously awful and amazing. Like, I can't stop watching it.
That's camp.
Ariana DeBose, you're an Oscar winner. You don't have to do this. I promise.
I hope she got a big check. I'm glad that she did it. If she got paid money
after all these tweets that came a coming, because it went viral pretty fast.
It was fast.
Like, all I could see was that pink jumpsuit and the bayang.
The bayang.
The bayang. DeBose deactivated her Twitter following the award show, and representatives of Miss Ariana DeBose did not immediately respond to a request for a comment. Many criticized her performance, but others praised it for fun and camp. The latter being probably the fags.
It was definitely gay Twitter who nobody else knows what camp is. Like,
we'll get into that in a second.
But it's also kind of, I'm like, I want to know what was going on backstage, because like this was going viral while the BAFTAs were happening. I'm like, did someone in her ear be like, hey, like something's happening on Twitter, and then she deactivated her Twitter, or like, because she didn't fully understand.
She was hosting, so I'm assuming like she was just busy hosting, and then like after it ended and she got the full story, she's like, let me just deactivate.
She's like, I don't need this right now. Which, to be fair, I would probably do the same thing.
Fair. Or do what I did with Leah Michelle's tweet and just
go private.
Go private.
Fair.
In an interview with Variety, the BAFTA producer Nick Bullen called the criticism against Miss Ariana DeBose incredibly unfair. Should I read his little statement?
Yeah, give us a PR statement.
Everybody I've spoken to who was in the room absolutely loved it. She's a huge star. She was amazing. The room was clapping, and people were sort of dancing to the music, Bolan said. That rap section in the middle, mentioning the women in the room, was because it's been a great year for women in film, and we want to celebrate that. And here is a woman of color who is at the absolute top of her game, and she's opening the BAFTAs with a song that said so much on so many levels. All of those mentions I felt from the moment we were rehearsing it right through the transmission last night spoke to what we wanted to do.
And would he say that that song was the top of her game?
She's at the top of her game prior to the song.
She took a little dip and then she came right back up because the meme was a slay.
Slay. Slay. Slay. This all happened on, I believe, February 21st. But February 25th is when Miss Arna Bose actually spoke about it. Would you like me to read her response?
Where did she speak about it? Was it like a sit down with 2020?
It was a sit down with a radio host, and they posted the video on Twitter.
Slay.
This is what her response was. You know what? You might be one of the few, because the radio host was like saying how they enjoyed her little performance.
Mm-hmm.
And then the radio host was like responded, and then Ariana said, "I'll take it because you're my people." And then the radio host added, "It was a woman singing and dancing, being magnificent, celebrating women on stage. Come on!" And Miss Ariana DeBose stated, "That's what I wanted to do." And she was like, "Honestly, it's not like I was like, hey, BAFTA, let me in. They actually called me, believe it or not." But that was the assignment. Come celebrate women. And I was like, absolutely. We did that. And it was fun. Not going to lie. I had a blast. And then she said that after the show, Boz Lerman found her and gave her positive feedback about the performance. And she also noted, gay Twitter seemed to like it. So that's good. I'll take it.
That is very good. Again, the people
you
who
make
run
it
the
on
internet,
gay Twitter.
if you make it on gay
You make
Twitter, you make it. You make it. That's how you make it.
Is it gay Twitter and tween girls? Is that what you
Teen
said?
girls, teenage girls. Yeah, the K-pop
It is-
girlies, really.
They're the same people. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
We're all the same. We're all here together.
We're
Living
everything
life in
everywhere all at once.
Exactly. And honestly, like, I don't think that I would have heard about the BAFTAs this year. Like, I wasn't paying attention to that. Without this meme, they would have been nothing without her.
Did you see later on when Angela Bassett won something? I forgot what award it was.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, "It looks like I did the thing," or something like that.
It was at a different award show too. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you're still
Full
getting
circle.
the press. Full circle moment.
Full circle.
And that was when the meme died. It just went away.
Yeah.
But if you still say Angela Bassett did the thing, people will still do that.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
Her little two-step or whatever you call that.
Shimmy and shake.
Her little shimmy and shake.
Titties go quake.
Mm-hmm.
Bang go up and down. Slayage all around.
Layers all around.
So, any more final comments, concerns, topics you'd like to discuss about Miss Arna DeBose and how Angela Bassett did the thing?
No further questions. I think it's time for the final ruling. And the
Do
final
you believe it goes in the gay court history books?
It absolutely goes into the gay court history books. Approved, ratified, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It is in the book.
Slay. Oh, Jinx, you owe me a soda.
All right, it's the saddest part of the show, the end, the closing statements. So our closing statements, we just give our final thoughts, comments, concerns, opinions about this week's episode. And Ryan, would you like to take it away?
Michelle Yeoh is mother.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Lee, you are all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Everything everywhere all at once. Major slay.
I was also going to say that Jamie Lee, you are all of us, because I don't know, it just felt right. We live, laugh, love everything, everywhere, all at once, and I greatly look forward to crying at it again multiple times throughout the rest of my life. Thank you.
We watch it every single year on our birthday.
Oh, perfect. Great. Can't wait to
And
do
we
that.
and we see where the multiverse has taken us since the last birthday.
All right. So that was the episode. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to find us on social at Gay Court Podcast. And then my handle is I Got Shubach, IGOTSCHUPBACH. And Ryan's is What's Up? It's Ryan, WAZUPITSRYAN. And remember, if you hear this and you don't follow, that makes you
Homophobic and a hater of everything everywhere all at once. Like, go to hell.
Don't be homophobic. Be a January 26th. Not a January 26th being our fandom.
Yes, like we said at the top of the podcast, get in contact with us at gaycorepodcast@gmail.com. Send us anything. Send us money.
Ooh, Venmo.
Venmo. Slay Venmo. We love Venmo. Send us money. Or anything you like. If you don't have money, send us stars on all podcast platforms. But anything less than 5 stars is a little bit kind of like
homophobic.
Yeah, kind of homophobic, you fucking phobe. Don't be a phobe, be a Valentina ally. See you next time. And if you don't give us 5 stars, we're gonna send Michelle Yeoh to attack you.
Period.
Period. Yeah. See you next time. Stay chaotic.
Bye. Gay Court is a Perfectly Done Toast podcast production.